Most nonprofit founders and leaders believe the only path to sustainability is writing more grants and getting big donations. But with funding trends shifting in major ways in 2026, relying solely on these traditional methods could make your long-term financial sustainability feel shaky. One of the things that I see nonprofit founders and early stage leaders often completely ignoring is revenue from a fundraising strategy called earned income. Usually because they either don't know what it is, that it's even an option, or because they're afraid it means acting too much like a business. So let's demystify all this. In this video, I'm going to talk through how earned income works as a fundraising strategy, and I'll also show you 5 of the emerging, kind of unconventional earned income models that are trending right now in 2026. These are strategies that, if it's the right fit, you could adapt to build unrestricted recurring revenue for your nonprofit without hosting a single gala or writing a grant application. Before we dive into these, I want to share my free fundraising starter guide to help you think through the ideas we talk about today. So just comment the word guide below this video and I'll send you the link to download it. Let's talk quickly about what earned income actually means and how it works, because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Earned income is simply revenue that your nonprofit generates through business-like activities like charging a fee for a service or selling a mission-related product rather than receiving money as a donation or a grant. It's completely legal, it is IRS approved, and it's actually a very common revenue stream for sustainable growing organizations. In fact, according to Candid's recent research, earned income already accounts for 71% of total nonprofit revenue across the whole sector. But here's the catch. According to the IRS, earned income revenue streams must be directly related to your mission, not just a random side hustle. For example, if an animal rescue sells generic t-shirts, that does not directly further their mission. The IRS calls that unrelated business income because the t-shirts themselves don't help them with their mission of adopting out pets. But if that same animal rescue generated revenue by charging reasonable adoption fees or selling pet supplies for new adopters, the IRS would say that does further their mission because those products, those things, equip families to keep their new pets. So that example is related earned income. That's the basic idea. And I've talked about this in past videos about some common earned income models like program fees or thrift stores, but I'm going to share 5 of the newer unconventional funding streams that more and more nonprofits are experimenting with right now. First up, some nonprofits are taking a page from content creators with paid digital communities and other creator economy type models. As social media algorithms change and organic reach can drop, some organizations are tired of renting out their audience to social media. Some are taking to building their own private paid communities using platforms like Circle or Mighty Networks or Heartbeat. And this moves beyond a traditional membership by offering exclusive digital spaces for networking for the people you work with, specialized content, and peer-to-peer support. For example, here's one I've seen recently, a nonprofit focused on training entrepreneurs, charging a monthly subscription for access to a private digital community. Members might get exclusive weekly Q&A sessions with experts, downloadable toolkits, and networking opportunities. So you're monetizing the community and the access, not just asking for a donation. Another model that has been on the rise is business to business or B2B impact as a service model. So here's what that means. Corporate social responsibility has completely evolved. Instead of just asking for a corporate sponsorship donation in exchange for a logo on a banner, many nonprofits are creating fee-for-service models specifically for businesses. So this involves the nonprofit providing a tangible service to a corporation that also fulfills the nonprofit's mission. For example, an environmental conservation nonprofit could charge local corporations a consulting fee to conduct a sustainability audit of their office, or they could lead corporate team building days focused on local habitat restoration. The idea here is that businesses may have limited dollars available for donations or sponsorships, but they might have entirely separate budgets for service or team builders. So why couldn't your organization be the one to provide those services to them? You are solving a problem for the business while generating unrestricted revenue for your mission. And just a quick reminder here, if you want my step-by-step guide to help you organize your funding strategy, comment the word guide below, and I will send you that link to access my fundraising starter guide. Third, and this is a really new one, let's talk about AI-powered services and tools. Now, this may not be for everyone, but nonprofits that have developed specialized knowledge or tools are increasingly leveraging AI to scale their impact and generate revenue. So if your nonprofit has created a proprietary framework or a massive database over the years, you can use AI to turn it into a scalable revenue generating service. Here's a real-life example. Imagine a legal aid nonprofit that has spent a decade answering people's legal questions, the same questions. They might develop an AI-powered chatbot trained on their specific legal resources. They can then charge a small subscription fee to maybe other small legal clinics or advocacy groups to use that tool for preliminary case assessments. Essentially, in this example, your nonprofit is monetizing its expertise and intellectual property. Now, this fourth method is tiered and sliding scale fee for service. Now, to clarify, fee for service models have been around forever, but the way it's being implemented has evolved over time. Sometimes your organization is serving populations with varying income levels. So to balance generating enough revenue to cover your costs with ensuring people with lower incomes have equitable access, you might use a sliding scale or pay what you can model. But today, these models are becoming much more sophisticated, and they're often supported by automated software that removes the awkwardness of asking for income verification. For example, a nonprofit offering mental health counseling can implement a tiered pricing model on their website where clients pay based on their income bracket. This ensures accessibility for those who need it most while still generating sustainable market rate revenue from the clients who can afford the full cost. This is how you overcome the fear of charging. The idea is that you aren't pricing people out who need you. You're creating a cost-sharing model where those with the means can subsidize those without. Fifth and finally, let's talk about the rise of fiscal sponsorships and how some nonprofits are using the fiscal sponsorship model to actually generate some additional revenue for their own mission while promoting collaboration and furthering the broader mission for the whole ecosystem. While this isn't about charging a direct fee to clients, fiscal sponsorship is a massive trend in 2026. How it works is that established nonprofits become fiscal sponsors of new or smaller nonprofits or projects. Then they charge an administrative fee. It can be anywhere from 5 to 15% of incoming revenue to pay for their services and act as the legal and financial umbrella for these smaller startup projects or community initiatives. So it's like a form of partnership, and depending on your capacity and your situation, this can be a powerful earned income stream for the host organization that directly supports the bigger sector. For example, an established arts nonprofit might fiscally sponsor a new grassroots theater troupe. This allows the theater troupe to accept tax-deductible donations without waiting a whole year or something for their own 501c3 status, and it helps the arts nonprofit earn that fee back on the donations to support all their back office administration services. The key here is alignment. You don't want to take on random projects or organizations as sponsees. You must make sure the fiscal sponsor and sponsee organization align in mission, making this more about truly collaborating and furthering your joint goals together. Now, regardless of what fundraising methods you lean into and whether you try some of these unconventional earned income strategies, you still need a way to collect donations easily from passionate supporters who want to give. So I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video, Click and Pledge. Click and Pledge makes it easy for nonprofits to start strong and scale with confidence, communicate with your donors, and even empower and equip your team to help raise money for your cause too. With Click and Pledge, you're going to get professional grade tools for super affordable startup level costs from day one. They've got customizable donation forms that you can plug right into your website and a number of other tools included in their affordable flat monthly costs that you can use as your nonprofit is growing. Things like in-person and peer-to-peer fundraising features, video fundraising with embedded donation links right in the videos, text-to-give tools, donor management and custom reports, AI support like their new Pulse feature that can help you quickly create fundraising reports, and Ask Quickly, which helps your donors ask questions about your cause so that they can get the clarity they need to inspire them to donate. And a bunch of other integrations too, all included with no contracts or surprise add-on fees. Now, unlike some platforms that increase your fees as you grow, Click and Pledge pricing stays the same whether you have 10 donors or 10,000 donors. You can use the QR code and link in the description below to check out Click and Pledge, book a demo, and get your first $25 monthly fee waived. Now, if you zoom out for a second, what all 5 of these unconventional funding streams have in common is that they leverage what your organization already has: your community, your expertise, your data, and your infrastructure. They don't require you to invent a new product out of thin air. They require you to look at your unique assets and ask, how can we package this to provide value and generate unrestricted revenue for our mission? So here's your action step for today. Assess your unique assets. Do you have a highly engaged community, deep subject matter expertise, a robust back office? Pick the one earned income opportunity that aligns best with your strengths and try exploring it. And don't forget, if you want a step-by-step plan to implement these strategies and build a resilient funding model, comment the word guide below to get my free fundraising starter guide. And if you want to go deeper than what I can share on YouTube, my free weekly newsletter is where I share more tips and strategies and funding opportunities that just don't fit in a video. The link to subscribe to that is in the description below, and you can find it also at changemakercafe.com. And if you want to explore even more fundraising ideas as your nonprofit is growing, you might want to check out this video where I break down lots of strategies for smaller and newer organizations. I'm Amber Melanie Smith. Don't forget to subscribe to catch the next video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.